it's your man Erg7. And when I'm ready to hear that hip-hop and rap, old school, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, I just turn the dial to my man DJ Immortal. We getting it on. Don't touch that dial. You're in the mix with Outlaw Radio Live.
All right, Outlaw Radio Live fans, we are live on the air with award-winning underground artist Fatboy. How you doing tonight?
What's going on, y'all? This your man, Fatboy. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Hey, man, you're most certainly welcome, man. You are most certainly welcome. And I know you're a busy guy, man, so I'm going to get right into this. But I have to ask you, how did you get your start in the music industry?
So at first it wasn't necessarily like a music industry type of deal, like where I was trying to get famous or well-known or anything like that. I was just a kid, and I didn't really have too many people to talk to about my problems that was going to take me serious. So I spilled them to the pen and the pad and took it from there. And then people started telling me, yo, your freestyles are hot, your rhymes are hot, your raps are hot. So I was like, maybe I can do something with it. So started trying to make some moves.
Hey, man, that's what's up. So as everyone knows, your stage name is Fatboy. I have to ask you, man, how did you get the stage name Fatboy?
So there's three reasons for this. I'm gonna try to break it down real quick. The first one is like a family nickname that like my cousins and some close family members would call me. It wasn't like malicious, but it was just like, yo, Fatboy, what's up? Because I'm a big dude. The second one was kind of like a Bruce Wayne Batman kind of thing. How like he was afraid of bats, and so he embraced that and made that his moniker. So that's kind of where I went with it. Like, I was always afraid, like, if I get up on stage, they're going to call me fat. First thing they're going to think is he's fat, da-da-da-da. And it was kind of like a fear of a young man. So I kind of took that and ran with it. I was like, I'm going to embrace it. If you're going to call me fat, motherfucker, you know I'm fat. You knew I was fat when you met me. You know what I'm saying? So, and then the third reason is it's a cross between, so the first two atomic bombs were Fat Man and Little Boy. So if you combine that together, you get Fat Boy. So, yeah.
Hey, man, it's a good analogy, truthfully. A lot of people will always pick out things about someone and make fun of them. So you're pretty much, kind of like, in a way, you're pretty much giving these individuals, like, look, I'm fat, go ahead and call me it. You know what I mean? I already know I am. I'm calling myself this, right? You're airing it out there, right? Right to them, man. So that's some real shit. I'm going to tell you that for a fact. That's some real shit.
Right. And like, instead of me being afraid of it, it's just kind of like, you know what you're getting. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. There's no point in me acting like, oh my God. And it really did help. Like it really did kind of knock off some of the fear.
And I also saw on your website that you are a sketch artist as well. I have to ask you, what made you decide to get into drawing?
That one actually came long before music. Like, my dad, shout out to my dad, he was always drawing. Like, he was a graphic designer, and he tried to get into comic books when he was younger and everything. And, he was always drawing. And when I was a kid, he would draw, like, my favorite superheroes, Spider-Man, Cyclops, and the X-Men. He could draw pretty much anything from the comic books. And it looked exactly like it came off the page. So, like, I would doodle, and me and my little brother, we'd doodle and draw and scribble, and, after a while, you get pretty good at it.
So I have to ask you, man, do you remember your very first drawing, like the first thing you actually drew?
Oh, man, I have no idea. What I do remember is this one drawing I had drew when I couldn't have been any older than 10 when I drew it. I was a little kid, and my grandma held on to it for the longest, and it was like this cowboy guy I had drawn. And his name was like, I had wrote like Desperado Dan or something under it. I don't know. But that's like the oldest one that I can remember. And I think she still has that somewhere.
Hey, man, that's some imagination at its finest. Desperado Dan. I like that, man. Straight up, that's actually a catchy name.
Right.
So I also saw on your Facebook page that you have done some modeling as well, man. What was that experience like? And say if there's like female artists out there that need an artist for a video or something, man. Like, how can they go about getting you for some modeling? I know it's so weird, another man asking another man that, but hey, I'm just here to promote,
Well, No, not really. That's actually a good question. And believe it or not, Saturday was my first foray into modeling. Like literally, this past Saturday was the first time I had done anything like that. And so, first of all, to answer your question, you can get in contact with me. All of my contact information is on my website, imthefatboy.com. Imthefatboy.com. All correct spelling. And, my contact information is on there. My social medias are on there and all that good stuff. So hit me up, even if you don't want to work and you just want to say, hey, or what's up, I liked your interview, your music sucks, like whatever you want to say, like shoot it to my inbox on whatever social media. And it's on my website, thefatboy.com. But that was a totally new experience for me. I didn't know what to expect. Shout out to Miss Joy for putting me on to the opportunity. Shout out to UBU Events and Cheeky Baby Dolls. There's a lot of shout outs I got to give, but that's how you get in contact with me. And if you need a model, if you want me to be the leading guy in your music video, if you need a male model, first of all, I'm big and tall. Let's make it clear. But if you need a model, hit me up. I'm definitely trying to do more of that because it was a phenomenal experience. I mean, the way I've been describing it to my friends is you get dressed up in nice clothes, you feel good, you look good, and then you literally walk into a room full of strangers that are cheering for you for feeling good and looking good. It's a total win-win.
Hey, man, so, you can't complain about stuff like that, you know what I mean? You cannot complain.
Right.
So, also, man, in 2013, you won Bull City Music Award for Best Male Hip Hop Artist. How does it feel to have won that award, and how did that award actually come to be?
So, first of all, shout out Desrick Dixon, and it was like, first of all, I've known him for years now. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had to shout him out first. And he's all over the place, especially like in Durham, North Carolina. He's always trying to promote something new and do something for somebody else, like other artists, and just other people. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely the type to look out. And he'd been doing that around the area for a long time, and he decided he wanted to put together an award show. And I mean, the grind that he put into it, like, I don't even want to. I was an award recipient, and I'm appreciative of that. But I mean, the grind and the work that went into it, and then that night, it was huge. I mean, it was at the Carolina Theater downtown Durham. This is a historic theater where even now, like, Kevin Hart has performed there within the past 5 or 10 years. I mean, recently, since he's been big, and I mean, like, it's a pretty major venue. Maybe not quite the D-Pack, but it still gets good crowd, good acts. And so to perform there was already an honor, but then I get there, and it's just way bigger than I expected it to be. I know Chuck Rock was one of the special guests. I don't know, like, if you're a hip-hop head, you know who Chuck Rock is. Maybe not if you're, like, one of the younger guys out there, but if
I know who he is, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, for the audience, too, like, the hip-hop heads, as soon as I said Chuck Rock, was like, word, Chuck Rock was there, you know what I'm saying? So, but, it was a phenomenal night. It was a packed house. I mean, the crowd is still to this day the biggest crowd I ever performed for. And what was crazy about it was, I believe I actually did the first performance because I actually won the first award on the night. And I'm out smoking a cigarette, outside or whatever, and they come out and they're like, yo, they're calling you in. So I come running back in, throw the cigarette out. Accept my award, and then not long after I jumped off stage, they were like, okay, we're going to start the performance. You're going to come up there. Cool. Jumped up there, did the performance, but what blew my mind was people in the audience. There were some people in the audience. Shout out to everybody that's listening that may have been there, because a lot of them people I still talk to. But a lot of the people in the audience knew the words to the song. The song at the time was Sumo, and it's on my YouTube still. And people were actually, like, reciting parts of the hook and stuff while I'm up there, and it was just mind-blowing. Like, I never thought anything like that would happen. So,
hey, man, that must be one hell of an amazing experience. Just be able to see people, you're behind the lights. You can see people, reciting your lyrics, man. It must be one hell of a great feeling, man.
It was amazing. Like, I can't do it justice. Words can't do justice, man. Like I said, shout out to Desert Dixon. He made that happen that night. I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? It was a huge night for me. It was a phenomenal night.
Oh man, I wouldn't doubt that for anything, man. That sounds like one hell of an amazing opportunity. And also, you have a newest song out called Taste. I have to ask you, man, what is the inspiration behind that song, and where can our listeners actually stream or buy themselves a copy of that single?
So, first of all, the premise of the song is the finer things in life, basically. But my twist on it was the finer things in life aren't always necessarily like money and cars and clothes and that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do have some of that in the song. But I'm not a rich man by a long shot. So, to reflect that, the music video, which y'all can find again, imthefatboy.com. That's like the music, the art, pictures, like everything is on my website. And the music video kind of reflects that by showing, sorry,
It's all good.
by showing, we have a leading lady, Ashley Trainum, and we have a leading man, Casey Glover, and they were the stars in the video. And the premise of the video is just two people that are interested in each other that eventually become an item that, you know, enjoy each other's company. And that's one of the finer things in life. You know, they say the best things in life are free. Well, in this case, the finer things in life just happen to be the quality time that you spend with an individual that you actually like to spend time with.
And you know, man, that song, I actually have to say, I played it quite a few times here on Outlaw Radio, and I have to say, it's such a inspirational song, man. It really is. I want to say personally, man, keep doing what you're doing, man, because you're bringing that real hip-hop substance, and the music industry needs more artists like you, man, so keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, for sure. I appreciate that, too. Like, that means a lot to me. Like, I know a lot of artists come on and they be like, yeah, I appreciate that, but, like, I try to convey to people that when I say thank you, even if I say it quick or if I give you a whole paragraph, like, I mean that shit. Like, I appreciate every like, share, save, comment, subscribe, every listen. Like, if you enjoy my music, to be honest, that's a big part of the payment for me. Like, yeah, the money is cool, but I don't want you to buy it just to whip it out the window on the highway or something. You know what I'm saying?
It's true, man. You know, you want people to appreciate your art.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So, also, I have to ask this. I saw on your page as well that you have merchandise available. What kind of merch do you have, and where can our listeners actually buy it?
So, well, first of all, right now my merch is pretty like hand to hand. You'd have to catch me at a show. I'm working on getting it up on imthefatboy.com. It's taking a little longer than I expected, to be transparent with y'all, but it's coming. But currently, I do T-shirts, of course, which one right now is just kind of like my logo tees. I have some other ideas that I'm working on. But right now, it's my logo tees, which is like either a small logo in the chest or a large logo on the like whole front of the shirt. And then I have lighters that have my artwork actually that I drew on the lighters. And then I have wristbands, which a lot of the times if you catch me at a show and I have some wristbands with me because I run out of them pretty frequently, but if I do have something on me, I generally give those away. Like, those have kind of replaced my business card because I throw my website on there. I give them to people. Matter of fact, this is free game for a lot of artists out there. If you're listening, you know, and rather than give them a business card that they may pocket and forget about, that they may drop, that they may throw on the ground or something like that, I give them the wristband with the information on there, and it's just my website, or the previous batch had my website and my IG on there, and I give it to them, and it's a souvenir. Like, they'll slide it right on their arm just because it's a wristband, even if they don't look at it right then to see the information on there. It's on their wrist. They're going to have it for the rest of the night. They're not going to, you're doing too much other stuff to stop and take something off your wrist. And, you know, so it'll stay there for the rest of the night. You'll get home. You'll get ready to hop in the shower or the bed or whatever. Then you'll get ready to take it off your wrist, and there's a good chance they'll look at it. Or they'll remember when I introduced myself and handed it to them and told them, you know, check me out, da-da-da. So the wristbands are big. And then I have stickers. So I wanted to have different price points. So like a T-shirt, you would spend like $20 plus shipping. but for like a couple stickers, $1. You know what I'm saying? So even if you can't support big and make it to every show and buy T-shirts and all that, buy a couple stickers for your phone case or for your laptop or something. Cost you $1, you'll still be supporting. I'll still appreciate it. You know.
And that's true, man. It really is. And when you brought up the wristbands, man, that's actually a really great idea. And I'm going to be honest with you. I had about 1,000 Outlaw Radio Live business cards, man. And I've seen people, when you give them a business card, them say, oh, can I get a business card? And they go, yeah, here you go, sure, nice to meet you. They walk away, they throw it on the ground. I've seen it, man. When people ask for a card and they throw it on the ground, man. So that wristband is such an amazing idea, man. And I mean that, man. I'm most likely going to take that idea myself.
Like, yeah, and I'm definitely, like, I put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Anybody want to use it? It's not a new idea. I'm not the first artist to use wristbands. But I've just found that it's, like you said, it's more effective, because I know me. I have a stack of business cards right now. I just got a handful of business cards at my last event the other day. So, like, I understand the importance of getting your name and everything out there, but everybody kind of has business cards, and then you wind up with a huge stack of them, and half of them you might not even use, but it's like a wristband. Even if you don't contact me, keep the wristband, throw it on. It'll match your outfit. Walk around with it. You know what I'm saying? It's still an accessory, so free game.
And maybe one of their friends might be like, yo, what's that colorful wristband? I want to take a look at that. And they'd be like, who's Fatboy? And then they get on their phone and go on Instagram or check out your website, right? And then you potentially got a new fan.
Exactly, and it's just that simple. Like, and hell, they may hit me up that night. I've had people ask me for a business card, and I'm like, yeah, I got the wristband, and I hand them the wristband, and I got a new IG follow before I even leave. And then I'm giving away wristbands to people I've never heard from again, but the point is, the information's there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, man. And I have to ask you, so you have a song also that's out called They Lied, which is another great song, I must say. I'm going to have to ask you, what is the inspiration behind that? And also, where can our listeners stream or buy that single?
Well, the premise behind They Lied is, and I put, like, super brief, like, one-sentence descriptions on I'mTheFatBoy.com where you can, like, hear all the music and see the videos and everything. But the description for that one is, it's not about what they call you. It's about what you answer to. So, They Lied kind of came from, to be honest, like the very first time in like 5th grade where I was like, I want to rap. I want to write rhymes and be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? There was a little girl sitting right there. I don't even remember her name or nothing now, but I remember she turned around to me, clear as day, and she said, oh, you ain't going to do nothing. And that's kind of the premise behind They Lied. Like, people will tell you what you can and can't do, what you will and won't do, what your abilities are. They lie. You can do what you can do. What you learn how to do, what you know how to do, what you want to do. Like, put your mind to it, focus, research, put the work in. Try to stay positive. We all human, so I'm going to say try to stay positive. It ain't always possible, but try your hardest. And, things will happen. It might not happen exactly the way you want. It might not happen when you want. It might not happen how you want. But stuff will start happening. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what They Lied is about. It's like, you can tell me I'm whack, and that might be your opinion, but to me, as who I am and knowing who I am, I wouldn't feel that way, and I wouldn't say that about myself. So...
So, on February 15th, man, you will be performing at the Traffic Light Party. I'm going to have to ask you, man, can you tell us a bit more about that event? And also, where can our listeners, if they're in the area, where can they buy themselves some tickets so they can come see the Fatboy perform live and in person?
Definitely. So, the Traffic Light Party, first of all, shout out to Goopy Entertainment, DJ Powerline. He's the one who put this together. I always like to shout out to people that I'm working with and that's putting this stuff together, man. That more free game, that means a lot. Like, people put in a lot of work. I've been on both sides of this as far as, like, putting together shows and then performing at shows or whatever. Appreciate you, Goopy Entertainment, DJ Powerline. But so the premise of the party, and it's kind of, I don't want to say it's a singles party. It's more like a post Valentine's party. That's the way I kind of put it. And it's kind of what it sounds like. It's a traffic light party. You wear your status. So red light means you're probably there with somebody, because I couldn't see you wearing a red shirt, red dress, red shoes, whatever, claiming that you're in a couple, because that's what that means, and not be there with your significant other. Yellow means, yeah, I got a man, but he fucking up. That's the way I always hear it, at least. So if you're wearing yellow that night, that's what that means. And then green, of course, means go, so shoot your shot. But, you know, it's just going to be a fun thing. It's in Greenville, South Carolina. And so if you're in Greenville, South Carolina, pull up. I don't think they're doing tickets. I think he's just doing at the door. And I know they got drink specials. The flyer, again, is on I'mTheFatBoy.com, as well as all my social media. So you can, you know, I know there's like a BOGO drink special. I just remember what stuck out to me was the premise of the party. Like, the theme is so interesting. And I'm going to be wearing green, ladies, so pull up, shoot your shot.
Hey, you know, you never know. One lucky lady might be taking the fat boy home with her for Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? Who knows? Maybe, you know what I mean? But I have to ask you, Fat Boy, man, what is next for you, man? Other than the concert, you know, what is next for the Fat Boy?
So March for me is gonna be like kind of really February. After, actually, this Saturday I'll be in Roanoke, Virginia at the Coffee Pot, and I'll be rocking out there thanks to Pomac. And then the 15th I'll be at the Traffic Light Party, and then the 22nd I'll be in Greensboro, North Carolina at the Artist Block. The 20th I'll be in Raleigh, North Carolina at Arcade of Thrones. February is pretty chocked up, but then March I'm gonna be doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff, so people might not necessarily see me out and about so much, but I'm anticipating a lot more content coming out of that. And again, I'mTheFatBoy.com. You can follow all of this that I'm talking about. You can get directions to my show, the next shows, directly on the website. I mean, and I put together the website. Like, y'all show me some love, man.
So, Fat Boy, this is the time in the interview that I give a chance for the individual that comes on my show, just a chance to give shout-outs to whomever they want to give shout-outs to, and also your social media handles and your website one more time. That way our listeners can follow you and check you out if they're not already doing so.
Okay, yeah, no doubt. First of all, I want to shout you out, definitely. DJ Immortal, Outlaw Radio Live. Definitely want to shout y'all out for having me. I want to shout out Chucky, Mama Cita, Wax, and Team Envy. I want to shout out Vico, Word of Mouth TV. We'll be shooting in March, and it's actually like a public access TV show with my new co-host Smooch. Shout out to her too. That'll be coming later this year, but we'll start shooting next month. Shout out Christy Seiler. Shout out Spike V Photography. Shout out Medley Films. I need to start making a list of who I'm gonna shout out when I do these, because I kind of shout out Wister Dice. Shout out Bluff God. He produced They Live. Shout out the V. He was a singer on Taste. Like, that's, everybody loves him on there. Shout out to Pomac for the show on Saturday. Shout out to Goofy Entertainment for next Saturday. I got a list of shout outs now. We can go all night, but I know we got a limited amount of time.
It's all good, man. It's understandable, man. If you want to give a few more shout outs, you can, man. You have the floor.
Also, social medias, everything is I'm the Fat Boy. I'mTheFatBoy. I'm the Fat Boy. And I mean, if you Google it, my stuff will come up. That's me on Facebook. That's me on SoundCloud, even though I'm gonna be honest, my SoundCloud is kind of lacking. I gotta get back on. I started distributing to like Spotify and all that, and kind of started neglecting my SoundCloud. So I'm gonna work on that. The website is I'mTheFatBoy.com. Twitter, I'm the Fat Boy. Instagram, I'm the Fat Boy. Like I'mTheFatBoy.com, y'all. I try to make it as easy as possible.
So I gotta say, Fat Boy, thank you so much for coming up on Outlaw Radio Lab, man. It was an absolute honor and a privilege. Man, tear the roof off the joint on the 13th of February, man. Everybody that's listening, if you're in the area, make sure you pull up. You know, check out the Fat Boy. I want to say, man, thank you so much for coming up on the show, and I hope down the road we can do this again sometime.
No doubt. I'm definitely down, especially a little later in the year. We'll set it up, for real.
Hey, man, most definitely. We have each other on Facebook. My DM's always open, man. Whenever you need it, hit me up.
All day. Shout out to your listeners, man. Everybody that's tuning in right now. I appreciate y'all listening in on me. Check me out. I follow back. Thank you to DJ Immortal, man.
Thank you. You're most certainly welcome. Have yourself a wonderful night, man. God bless.
You too. Thanks.